The Silence of Blackwood Manor. Ashen had always been fascinated by the stories people whispered but never spoke aloud. As a university student majoring in folklore, he often found himself chasing legends, tracing their origins through dusty libraries and crumbling manuscripts. Yet nothing had prepared him for Blackwood Manor. Perched atop a hill overlooking the valley, the mansion had long been abandoned. Windows gaped like empty eyes, and its walls, scarred by time and neglect, seemed to breathe an unspoken warning. Locals said no one had entered for over a decade. They whispered of shadows moving behind the glass and soft crying in the dead of night. Ashen's curiosity was insatiable. Armed with notebooks, a flashlight, and a voice recorder, he trudged through the overgrown path leading to the mansion. The forest around him was thick, almost suffocating, and the wind carried a chill that seeped into his bones. Every snapping twig beneath his boots seemed amplified, echoing like a scream. When he reached the front doors, the weight of the building pressed down upon him. The wood was warped, iron hinges rusted, and every step up the cracked stone stairs felt like a descent into some other realm. Ashen hesitated, heart pounding, then pushed the doors open. The inside was worse than he imagined. Dust hung thick in the air, disturbed only by the faint motes illuminated by his flashlight. Furniture lay toppled, chandeliers swayed slightly though the air was still, and portraits of strangers stared with lifeless eyes. As he moved through the halls, he recorded his observations, noting the details of peeling wallpaper, cobwebbed corners, and the lingering smell of decay. In the library, he found a book unlike the others. Its leather cover was cracked, pages yellowed, and ink faded. The entries detailed events at Blackwood Manor, stories of the last residents, rituals performed in secrecy, and unexplained disappearances. A passage caught his eye. Some doors, once opened, never truly close. The walls remember, the house hungers. Shivers ran down Ashen's spine, but he pressed on. He climbed the grand staircase to the upper floor, the wood groaning beneath his weight. A cold draft pushed past him, carrying with it whispers he could not comprehend. The last door at the end of the hallway seemed to pulse in the dim light. Inside, the room was small and oppressive. Dust-covered furniture and old portraits lined the walls, but one object drew him in, a tall, antique mirror standing in the corner, untouched by time. As Ashen approached, his reflection seemed wrong. The face staring back at him bore his features, but the eyes were hollow, distant, and unblinking. For a fleeting second, he felt as though someone, or something, was staring out from behind the glass, rather than at him. Suddenly, a soft, almost inaudible voice drifted through the room. "Why are you here?" it whispered. Ashen's pulse skyrocketed. The voice was not in the recorder, nor did it echo from any hidden speaker. It was inside his mind. Frozen, he tried to step back, but the air thickened around him, the edges of the room blurring. Shapes moved just beyond his vision, dark, shifting shadows that seemed to watch and wait. Every instinct screamed for him to run, yet curiosity anchored him to the spot. Hours passed, or perhaps minutes. Ashen could not tell. He wandered from room to room, documenting everything, yet the mansion itself seemed alive, subtly rearranging itself. Hallways that had been empty moments ago now contained furniture or objects he had not seen. Whispers followed him. Cold fingers brushed his neck when he turned his back. By the time Ashen reached the central hall again, the realization hit him. Blackwood Manor was not empty. Some presence lingered, patient, ancient, and hungry. He felt eyes on him, though no one was there. And yet, he wondered, was this real, or the product of fear amplified by isolation and obsession? He tried to leave through the front doors, but they wouldn't budge. Every exit led him back inside, deeper into the heart of the house. The mirror from the upper floor appeared in every hallway he passed, always showing him a reflection that was not quite him. Shadows moved within it, sometimes forming shapes, sometimes whispering words just beyond comprehension. In one final act of desperation, Ashen climbed the stairs to the attic. The space was small and circular, lit only by the moon through a cracked skylight. On the floor lay a circle of faded candles and symbols etched into the wood. Here, the house seemed to breathe, the air vibrating with some unseen force. Ashen felt his mind unravel. The distinction between reality and illusion blurred. The walls of the mansion, it seemed, were alive, watching, remembering every footstep, every whisper. And when he looked into the mirror one last time, he didn't see himself. He saw a man, trapped, staring from the glass, mouthing words he could not hear. The next morning, the villagers found the mansion quiet as ever. The wind swept through the broken windows, but there was no sign of Ashen. Only his notebook lay on the porch, open to the last entry. If anyone finds this, know that the house does not forgive curiosity. Blackwood Manor waits, and it remembers. Whether Ashen had escaped, vanished, or was now a part of the house itself, no one could say. And so, Blackwood Manor stood silent, watching, waiting for the next curious soul to tread its darkened halls.